and welcome. This is Brand New Smith live in the Bin Library, and it is a special day. A special day, because as Void pointed out, I am 1% through the 10,000 books. Yay! Hello everyone and welcome. Hello Boris, hello Red Candy Guy, hello Rahel, hello Swaney, hello Lucas, hello Jake, hello Void, hello Red Candy, no I said Red Candy Guy, hello Luke, hello Java Hop, hello. Putting the white in the Isle of Wight, it's Freddie Rose Smith. Love it. It's me! 1% is a big milestone. It's taken me a year and a few months to get here. It's a good milestone. We gotta celebrate where we can. Even if it's a small step, you know? You gotta celebrate your milestones. So we're gonna. And as you can see, I have the most exciting thing in the world on stream. Oh wait, it's 0.01. Shh, Boris. Don't come in here with your maths. I have the most exciting thing on the world on the screen, and that is a spreadsheet. Yeah! Are we doing a tier list, or we don't already do that? I've done tier lists for each year of books I've read. But we will be looking at another tier list today, yes. But that's not going to be all of the stream. I doubt we'll actually get to tier list that many books, so we've got a few other things we need to do. Yeah, we got spreadsheets. How excited is that? Can you read books faster? I want Brand New Smith Season 2. I cannot read books faster. I can start being more lenient on myself, on what I count as books, etc. A spreadsheet with data on it, I speak my language. I thought you guys would like that. I thought you guys were that level of nerd that you would like some spreadsheets. I have some pie charts as well. We have pie charts coming. Quite a lot of pie charts, actually. Mostly pie charts. I don't really use any kind of other chart because pie charts are colourful and I love them. It sounds like Little Alex Horn! It does sound like a Little Alex Horn introduction from Taskmaster. I love that show. So good. 3.141 pie charts. Baby, I think I have 1, 2, 3. I have 5 pie charts. We have 5 pie charts. Bernie's looking to rival One Piece for the ultimate saga. Yes, season 1 will never end. Season 1 will never end. Season 1 will never end. Do multi-part super chat fanfics count towards 10,000? I should. I would count. Finding the line of what counts as a book has been really hard. Because we've obviously done a section in here. One of the types is in-game media. So that doesn't really have a good beginning, a middle, and end. Whereas I've also got... Where are they? Flash fiction, which was like literally 2-minute stories that I put out on TikTok that had a beginning, middle, and end. So I'm not sure. Spreadsheets and charts are going to be awesome. But this is my list. I realized I hadn't done a proper list when I was thinking about this stream, so I made up this list of books that I have read. Mostly based off the videos that I've made. Line is, what do I wish to count? And what I don't wish to count. There may be some things that I don't wish to count that I have purposely kept on the list. For example, I'm not telling you what fanfiction I read for fun. That's my personal things. Or the fanfic I write. None of that is going on this list. I'm not publicly shaming myself like this. Just cause, right, Savage. Yep, you'll never know. So, you can guess. You can make up whatever crap you want. But my personal reading time is my personal reading time. Fanfic is personal, so it doesn't count. Exactly. She read Sonic fanfiction. If I read it on the stream, it counts. Speaking of which, I didn't actually put Chaos Gem on here, so I probably should do that. Probably should do that. Okay, so here's the spreadsheet. This is just the first 100. And as you can see, I have the author, When it comes to the authors, though, I wasn't sure what to put for in-game media, so I put the game it came from as the author. So we've got some from authored by Honkai Star Rail. And where's Genshin? There should be some Genshin ones on here, too. Yeah, Genshin Impact as well. There's also Void Dweller here as number 57 from The Dweller, the Witch, and the Moon Girl. You have made it onto the list. And then we've got ones that we've read on stream. But I did realise that that 1,000 book playlist isn't exactly right. I've missed some bits off there. So I had to add at the end a few ones that I either haven't done any videos on and things like that. So we've got some of the SCPs that I read during Patreon streams. Bo Fury 3, for some reason, wasn't in the playlist at all, even though it has a video, because I'm good like that. You wanna see some pie charts? So, this is how many, the percentage of what was what, because obviously I did these. You need to reach Inazuma to get flowers for Princess Fischl. I'll be waiting a while. Oh, I will do that. I will, like, go quickly. Oh, would you play Star Rail on stream? I have the cat girl who streams on Twitch on Mondays. I've streamed some Star Rail, but I'm not sure I would here. Pie charts. Oh boy, getting hard and heavy. Yeah. So you'll see that in-game media and short stories actually makes up about half of what I've read entirely. Actual novels, only 17%. 3% fanfic, 1% fanfic, and the only one that I classed as fanfic was Void, so Void made up a whole 1% of what I read. Which I guess if it's 100 and I read one fanfic, that is a one fanfic. I've only read 2 comics, though, so in the next 100, I should read more comics. Also, you're cool, Luke, goddammit. So I'm gonna make a note to myself to make that comic percentage a bit bigger next time. I would like that. We've got a lot of manga and manhwa. Between them, we've got 22%, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. Congrats, Void, you officially are 1%. Well, every percent is straight up the amount. Yes, it is, because 100. But it's fun to see it in a pie chart, isn't it? We love pie charts. Pie chart number 2 is how much of it was written by me and how much was written by anyone else. So I need to see the actual percentage. Let's swap it to 1. So 9% of the books I read, the first 100, were written by myself. And I haven't even counted them all, because I was going through things and doing a bit of, like, cleaning up on this counting. There's quite a few short stories on Patreon that I haven't counted. So that percentage is gonna change later, that's for sure. I know Pac-Man's been out in the sun too. He has! Can we rotate him? This would be great if we could do that. Wacka, wacka, wacka. And then I did... Yes, I have a large ego. That's why I'm a VTuber. And then I did a pie chart of which ones have lots of words. So that's the novels and the light novels. Which ones have medium words, which is the short stories, the in-game media, etc. And which ones are mostly pictures. So that's all the comics and manhwa. And manga and all that sort of stuff. And it's pretty split. It's a pretty split thing. We got a nice 3 slices of this pie. So if I give you $105 supers telling a story, will that count towards 10k? Oh yeah, I gotta start planning on how I'm gonna write books in Minecraft and sneak them into your chests. I guess so. I mean, if you're gonna write a bit of flash fiction in my supers, I expect it to have a nice, good middle and end and be satisfying. I'm gonna have some high expectations of super chat stories, just so you know. Yeah. So I thought that was fun. So half of it, literally half, is short stories and in-game media. So I'm gonna have to hold on to them because they're getting me through this faster than anything else. Which one's this? So this one, I thought I'd look at it to see how many of them were part of a series. Epic of Gilgamesh and Super Chat. How many of them are spin-offs? And how many are standalone? So spin-offs, I counted things like... Let's have a look what I counted as spin-offs. Let's do some filtering. Spin-off. Okay. So, I counted fan fictions as spin-offs, because that's what a fan fiction is. It's a spin-off. I counted short stories that were spin-offs of an original story. I counted Puella Magica, Oriko, and Suzume, because they're spin-offs of Madoka Magica, and Final Fantasy XIV Eorzean Academy manga, because that's a spin-off of Final Fantasy XIV. So those are the actual spin-offs I read. Those are the very specifically ones that were spin-off. I also, in the series selection, counted most of the in-game media as series, because it technically is a series. It's the series that has been written in the game. So that's why that got counted as series. Here's a story. Once there was a duck that yearned for... Oh, no. Got any grapes? I know. And then he waddled away. Waddle, waddle. I didn't know about that back in the heyday when it came out. I didn't. I was spared this. And then my boyfriend inflicted it on me. Ba-da-da. Ugh. I was spared it. I knew about the badger. Mushroom. Waddle, waddle. Yeah. So that's why I did that. So I found it very interesting that there was a lot of series. So I was like, well, there's a lot of series. How am I dealing with these series? Have I finished many of these series? Have I dropped many of these series? So this is the final one, where it's what I did with all these series. So I'm up to date with 24% of the series that I have read. However, I have dropped 30%. Because not good enough. Or I found something I didn't like about it, or something just went off about it. Which is a shame. No, I finished 9%. I lied. I'm up to date with 24, so we've finished 9 of them because they were complete series and I've read them all. I'm up to date with 24, which is great. But 37 I'm behind, so I also need to work on keeping up with my series recently. That's definitely something I need to do. So. Normally if I read a book, I'm not satisfied with it. It depends if I've made it to the end, really. If I did make it to the end, I will count it anyway, because there are a couple books on here that I know I didn't like. Let me point... Well, I'll wait to the tier list to tell you about those, I guess, to be easier. When the romantic story gets a misunderstanding arc to create conflict, drop. It depends on how they do it, Lucas, because you've read the Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife, and there is conflict and things in that. But they communicate like human beings! It's when they stop communicating like human beings that it really pisses me off. In the one you're referring to, where I disliked it, it didn't feel like it made sense. And they stopped talking like human beings, and that's where I disliked it. That's where it pisses me off. But, as you can see down here, Book 100 is a question mark! It's by me, apparently, and it's standalone, but I wonder what it could be. I communicate! Komi can't communicate. Well, I'm not Komi, and I've had a happy relationship for years! So, I don't know, I have high standards, I guess. Hey, I'm gonna communicate with you, and we're only gonna say ooga booga. That's terrible communication. Misters, indeed! What could it be? Could it be that I'm publishing a new book? It's Tales from the Trapped Writer, 10,000 Books to Freedom story and lore by me! So I'm gonna publish this book. It's a collection of short stories from the Patreon. sprinkled in between are bits of lore from me. There's like diary entries from my time in the library. So you'll get to know a little bit about what's happening, a little bit more about the book fairies, and all that stuff. Oh my god, that's yours? Yeah! That's in my book! What I would like to say that Patreoners and members, don't worry about picking it up, because you guys are going to get it for free. You guys are going to get it for free! Patreons and members will get this book for free. Anyone else, where can you buy the new book? Currently, it is on my website. I will give you guys a link in a minute. But as I said, members, patrons, please don't. Please don't. But where else it's going to be? Well, I thought it'd be really fun to do the publishing on stream. So this is the KD... I don't want to show too much of this page, because it's the backside of Kindle. It's the Kindle buttocks. But this is the publishing button to publish it on Kindle. We're going to do it live! It's not that exciting, but we're going to do it anyway! Wait, you're a literature-themed VTuber. I just thought you had a lot of English. Mubby, countdown! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It can take up to 72 hours for your title to be available on Amazon. 1, go! Saving. Done! Congratulations! It's been submitted to Kindle. It will be 99p. It will also be 99 cents. I've tried to make it about the same for each thingies. So you will be able to purchase that. Keep an eye out for it on the website, on Amazon. It is also on my website. So I will give you guys a link in your chat right now. 1 second. Let me grab it. Did I make this a paperback? No, this is ebook only, unfortunately. I might look into a paperback a bit later, but currently no paperback. 99p's? I only have half a tin. Do you accept that? I'm sorry, I can't accept half a tin. Not that one. Not that one. Where are we? This one. This one. Let me grab that link. As you can see, I'm very, very organized. There was a lot to organize for this stream. We're doing a lot of things today. How many P's are in the tin? That does change it. 99 P's, but a bitch. Yeah, we're doing a law book. This is a whole ass law book. So there's it for thingy. There's it for that. So you can go onto my website. You can buy it from there. Or you can wait until it appears on Kindle. That's entirely up to you. So up to you. What else have I got? Okay, so along with the law, I thought it was a bit mean that people who can't pay any money wouldn't get the law. So I have been working on some law videos as well. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek of those in a second. If I can just get it up. Will I learn things I don't know in the new book? Am I in the new book? Do you have commentary on me in the new book? You are not in the new book nor mentioned in the new book, Void. You will probably learn some things, though. Like I said, I'm gonna give you... It's like, don't get your hopes too... video. Okay, let me just grab it. Because I forgot about it till the last minute, because there's so much to remember. We got it, we got it.
I named them Fort.
Can you hear it?
Library Guardian,
cool.
That is. In my attempts to upgrade my streaming setup, I somehow opened a rip in time and space. The portal landed me in the Forbidden Library. It's not as forbidden as the name suggests, but you're definitely not supposed to crash land there and damage some books. The Library Guardian was a booming voice with no body, and I came to with a collar around my neck. I was their prisoner. Bummer. Reading books didn't seem like a bad punishment. It was originally 1,000 books, but I had to open my damn mouth and it got up to 10,000 books. I'm not sure I can do that in this mortal lifetime. Even if I stretch the definition of book to in-game media, comics and manga. But I can't just give up. Besides, I enjoy reading. It'll be fun either way. I'm slowly getting used to it here in the library. It's eerily quiet at times, and I'm not allowed to have loud music. Apparently there are areas for being loud, but I don't know where they are. And honestly, I am scared to go exploring. It's just so big, and it never ends. I tried to find the toilet once, and well, I was running around like a madwoman by the time a tea fairy stumbled upon me and showed me the way. I call them tea fairies because they feed me and bring me tea. They're more like pixies, small with buzzing teardrop wings. The way they carry items is more that the items float in the air in their general proximity. Seems like some kind of telekinesis, which currently is only used to sort books and bring me snacks. The tea fairies are essentially my wardens, minions of Fort the Library Guardian. They seem to like having someone to look after. I love having a chat. The Library Guardian doesn't like it when they talk, though. They've spoken about guests of the library and its prisoners of the past. This is a wild and vast place I have landed in. I've only read about 20 books so far, in 6 months. This is going to be a long stay. Luckily, I've found some ways to get out of the library now and then. I negotiated with Fort the Library Guardian. I pay for it by helping cleaning the library, and in exchange I can get some time out of the library, at least to see my family and be there for events. I still have to wear the collar, which means I can get dragged back at any time, and the amount of work that it demands for the amount of time I get out isn't great, but it's worth it to see those I care about and still have some semblance of a life. I asked the tea fairies recently if there are any other prisoners right now, but they said I'm the only one, and the only one in the past 100 years. Anyone else I may meet in the library is a guest. I asked them how one becomes a guest of the library. It's not like I'd heard of this place before, so I wondered if had anyone else from my world ever been a guest. Apparently, a thirst for scripture can manifest a visitor's card. To clarify, when you are looking for that one book, one piece of writing, manga, anything, but you can't find it anywhere, maybe it's out of print or deleted from the internet, when you need to see it, when your heart and soul calls for it, then the library answers your call. At least, that's the most common way to find yourself in the Forbidden Library. You know, without breaking time and space. Few beings spend much time here. Fewer still learn how to come and go at will. It's been a whole year, huh? It's been crazy. You can't imagine this place. Every time I think I have it figured out, something else appears. There are auditoriums, deserts, forests, bookshelves that are trees, furniture and more, though I haven't really seen another person other than the tea fairies. I've asked them again if guests actually come here, and they said yes. It's just such a vast place that I was unlikely to ever see any. At this point, I'm not sure if I believe them. I want to, because the alternative is being the only person here. The only person who wasn't a caretaker in this place so vast that I can't even comprehend. I'm glad I have the internet, and that I can leave every so often to remember what places with a population look like, but when I'm stuck in here, and the echo of my footsteps down the halls is the loudest thing I hear in the day, it gets pretty tough. I don't really have much of a choice but to stick it out for now, but maybe I can ask the Library Guardian for a pet.
I totally forgot I was muted. Yeah, sorry, I muted myself for the video so you guys could enjoy it, and in case I made any stupid noises, I wouldn't interrupt you. Let's put the fireplace noise back on as well. Hello, Corvzilla, welcome. So that's what I've made of the lore videos so far. I hope you enjoyed that. I will post them up later. It was amazing. Thank you. I did a great job. Thank you. Like I wish I could chill out more to do like proper animated stuff, but that's like the best I can do on a budget. That was great. Thank you guys. I will have that out, and that is, for the most part, I'm trying to like take the lore from this book that's going to be in this book and make it available for people who can't buy the book, because you guys deserve to know the lore. The people who buy this book can have the short stories as well. The 5 short stories in here, along with that lore and some more. So you guys who have been here for a little while may know what happened at 1 year and 2 months. So yes, the witch may be mentioned in this, and maybe why you haven't seen her for a little while too. Taking the reality of the library into account, it is a harsher punishment than one would think on the surface it is. Maybe I can ask Librarian for the better new luck when she debuted. Hey Void, maybe I can change your name on Discord. I don't have a pet. I'd like one. I haven't asked him yet. But I'm still thinking about it. Like, I'm kind of afraid of what he might show me as a pet. I don't know what I would get. So it's definitely something I want to think about. And a potential for the future to get a pet for stream. For life! I want a pet. I really do. I want a cat. I want a cat! But I don't get a cat. Is she coming back? Are you baiting me into getting my hopes up? No! I said why you haven't seen her in a while. That doesn't imply she's coming back. A chicken, maybe? I could get a chicken. That would be a good one. Will it include a chapter on being turned into a chibi and having to defend yourself against everyone? No, it doesn't. It does have some teases of what might be a new outfit at some point. Maybe has some teases for that. By the way, did you ever mention that you tripped over a bookshelf? No. You'll have to read it to find out. You'll have to buy it and find out yourself. Or become a member or a Patreon person and grab it yourself. Oh, who's already bought it? Someone's already bought it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Da 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 da. I just got an order. Thank you. A rubber chicken? No, that would be no fun. I'd want like an actual pet. That would be great. A pet rock. We could do a pet rock. I would love a pet rock. I love rocks. I have 2 rocks. Me and my boyfriend went on a date. We went on a date to see a waterfall, and we both picked a nice rock each, but then we also picked a nice rock for each other. So we both have 2 waterfall rocks. I wonder if you shaking your gat for a minute straight till we mentioned. No. Ah, Maiden! Oh, your thing got covered. Also, for some reason, my thingy isn't working. So let me get you a book recommendation. Cat Fund. Thank you. I have to buy it. 1 second later, somebody already bought it. Yeah, someone's bought it. You can buy this. It's still. This is a digital download, so it's fine. Your first super, I am honored to have received your first super, Maiden. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I wonder who bought the book. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna out them because it doesn't say your the name I see when you buy a book isn't the one you want me to be yelling out. But anyway, so we're gonna add it onto my spreadsheet. Let's move it over here. Not on me. Buy it now. Let's put it over here. There we go. Yay, lore book. I made a meme for this. Let me see if I can get it. 1 second. I made a little meme. I'm gonna put this meme on Reddit tomorrow. just to advertise myself, but I'll show you guys now because I made a meme and everyone should see it. Look, Mom, I made a meme. Meh. Okay. Look, Mom, I made a meme. Granny made a meme. Yes. For legal reasons, you're probably not allowed to say. Yeah, I'm not gonna dox people who buy the book. But yeah, telling people about your law, meh. Publishing a short story collection with my law, heck yeah. Okay, Luke, have a lovely look. Thank you for coming. Reddit advertising works. It is how I found this channel. Reddit advertising really works. Most people found my channel from freaking Reddit. Reddit is great. Highly recommend for anyone who's trying to get their channel noticed. Yeah, so that's going to be on Reddit tomorrow. Keep an eye out in the VTuber stuff. But anyway, let's add it onto here. We got Tales from Trapped Writer. And it is... I'm gonna still call it... I mean, it's not very long. It's not very long at all. It's 5 short stories. So it's not exactly a short story. It's not exactly... It's a novella. Let's call it a novella. By me! Save! Yes! But there is something else we can add to this because, this is a list of books and things that I haven't added that I forgot to add to the main list. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things that I forgot to add to the main list. So we actually could have hit 100 a long time ago. Novella sounds like an OC character you'd have. You mean Shiori novella? No, novella is actually like short novels. It's an actual thing. I just checked your membership and I thought it said discounted. I thought discounted said discontinued. God, no. Just discounted. So let's get those added. So what I'm deciding from here on in, what I was doing originally was... can I not paste those? There we go. So we actually have 108 now. Oh, 109. 109. So what I was doing before is I felt like that 1,000 book playlist was part of my... What's the word? Kind of my evidence of going through all these books to say I have actually read them. But I found that that was actually really slowing me down on actually counting said books, which is why it's part of why it's taken so long to get to 100. So what I'm going to do is every Sunday when we have a reading stream, I'm going to take some of that reading stream time to add whatever I've read through the week onto this. And then hopefully we can get through it a little bit faster that way. There might be videos coming up of some of these, so not of these specifically, but I know I've done a Black Butler video, that one's coming up. So eventually some of them will have videos, some of them won't, but every week we'll go through and I'll add what there is, and hopefully that way, that means we can get through things quicker. So, that was a lot. That was a lot for like 40 minutes into the stream. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's put the true number down now. So, with 109, that makes it 891? If my mathematics is correct. 8... Oh yeah, because I pressed the number 9. Oh yeah, I forgot. My numpad 9 is also my mute button, so But yeah, I just read some things. Whoa, 9% in one day. That's a sprint, Brenny. Yeah, it's totally not just a bunch of short stories from Patreon that I, forgot counted. and some of the SCPs that we read last Patreon stream. I do love muting myself accidentally. Now repeat what you said. That's basically what I said. That is basically what I said, or I didn't. Randy's practicing me ventriloquist. Yeah, I'm just... It's more like a delayed... Rather than throwing my voice, it's delaying my voice. That's the style of ventriloquism I'm going for. Anyway. Shall we start tier listing? We should totally start tier listing. It's tier list time. Nope, that's my meme. That's my lore video. That's my tier list. Here it is. Let me make it a little bigger. I do not expect to get through this tier list in the day. It also says 91 because I took away some of the... I grouped some of them together. For example, Purple Door District Stories 1 to 3. I can't even remember what some of them are. So this should be fun. This is so chaotic and I'm here for it. Wonderful, I'm glad. So we have, these are all the books. So this is a public link as well. So if any of you want to, for some reason, tier list all the books that I've tier listed, you can do that. I will put the link into Discord after the stream. So you can for funsies. Right! Let's look at all these books. I will show you covers where I can, but for the most part, I'm just gonna have to describe stuff for you. And we'll have to do our best there. I need that kofi to be in front of everything else because I need to be able to chill at a moment's notice. Your book in D tier? You want yourself in D tier? I don't think you're quite D tier. D tier is probably going to be things that I don't remember whatsoever. I heard you like tier lists, so I made a tier list of your tier list. Tier list. So, Conquest of the Tent. Now, that, S rank. No, wait, where did it go? Here it is. S rank. There we go. S rank. Because anything by this author is S rank. Let me show you the cover image. Cover 2. Might not be able to find the covers of all of these, but we're gonna do our very bestest. Conquest of the Ten by Kay MacLeod. Kay MacLeod is one of my favoritist authors in the whole goddamn world, and this is her fantasy series. I'm seeing a lot of SCP related stuff on there. Yes, there's a lot of SCPs because I've done 2 Patreon streams where I purely just read SCPs. So, yeah, SCP stuff. Highly recommend anything by her. She has 2 series. One is this fantasy series where basically the chosen ones were last generation and didn't manage to do what they needed to do. So now their kids are having to deal with all the shit. That is probably the best elevator summary I can give you of the Constellation Saga that she wrote. The second one isn't on this list because she hasn't released one since I started this goal, really. Is called the Mayamon series, which is a Pokemon series, basically. It's really good, but it's a lot darker. Not super gritty dark, but it tries to take a bit more of a realistic look at what a world overrun by magical animals would look like. It was very good. She's a wonderful, wonderful writer. She does great characters and amazing banter. Heck, yes, wonderful. I'm gonna write a short story where I go to get bread, and then somehow gets to me fighting deities to get the bread. You could do that, why not? And then Reflections of Another World. That one, I remember it at least, so it's C tier. It was a little disappointing. Magic animals. Yeah, that's what Pokemon is, isn't it? Magic animals. Animals be magic. Except she simplifies it a lot. She has like fire, a fox with fire element, this with this element. So it makes it a bit easier for you to remember everything as you're reading. I sinned. I am using AI art for my very serious book cover. Before you ask, yep, it's a romance. Please don't use AI art for book covers. It's not that difficult. There are plenty you can use on Canva, and you should be supporting actual artists rather than using AI. Please don't use AI images. It's bad. I know my original lore video did, but we fixed that. We fixed that. We bought stuff later. I'll be redoing it, probably. Do redo it. Do redo it. It doesn't look good. It's not a good look. Not a good look. Reflections of Another World. I can get the cover of this one as well. This one has a beautiful cover. I love the cover. The cover, I judged a book by its cover with this one. I really, 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 really did. But I didn't really enjoy it. The idea is that, oh no, this girl, she's so ugly. And then she falls into a mirror, into a world where everyone thinks she's beautiful. And the pretty, pretty man is being bullied because they think he's ugly, but he's actually so pretty. And it's so silly. It's so silly, because she's so beautifully drawn that it's like, you can't in a million years tell me she's ugly. And then, I don't know, it has its concept and it doesn't go far enough with it to make it convincing. It's all a bit meh. Didn't you talk about this book where scientists made Pokemon real and it led to the apocalypse? Yes, I did. I did talk about this book. I've talked about this book Mayamon multiple times. There is also a chapter 1 read of Mayamon in my videos, but it's very, very far down because it was with my other model. You know, before I hit the library, I'll probably use AI to give artists a broad concept if I want something. That's fine, Lucas. That's absolutely fine. Using it for ideas and stuff, I think is absolutely fine. As long as you're not using it for, like, commercial things that you would normally use an artist for. I'll probably use advanced AI when I attempt to recreate the Metroid Dread Emmys. Probably. So that's that one. I don't really care. She Who Rises, A tier. Not the best, not the worst. It did lie to me. It 100% lied to me. Let me get the cover for you if I can. Here it is. She Who Rises. It's about a girl who touches a stone and then a dragon pops out. And then she's like, oh no, I can summon a dragon. She doesn't know how to control it yet, to be fair. It sounds really cool, but it's not that cool for her. And kind of sets her on a road trip where her whole life changes. It's actually really good, but the title is an entire lie because no one rises in this book. It's actually kind of sad and depressing, and it has a barely sad ending. So yeah, it's a lie. A lot of manga manhwa with pretty arts get ruined by shitty storylines. Another thing that I found recently, a lot of good stories get ruined by shitty art. I mean, story is nice, but art, nope. I get that. I really get put off by, like, not great art sometimes. I wish I could look past it when a story is good, but I can't. She rises, up she rises. There is no rising. There is no rising. Did you finish Scammers, Catgirls from Space, and Octobikes off stream? What are you talking about, Void? That's weird. Oh, no. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. No, I didn't. I did not. Yeah, so that's She Who Rises. I didn't really like that. It's a good one, and it's actually it's one of the series I'm mad that I haven't finished because it only has one book left in the series. But I think it was called something Every Little Universe. I think it was called, Void. But I didn't actually finish that, no. Small Town Draxville? I wrote that, and it's actually in this book. If you want to read Small Town Draxville, it's in this book right here. You can go get it. You can buy it. You can read it all for yourself. You can also do it as a Patreon as well, by the way. It's hard to judge my own books, my own short stories. I think Small Town Draxville is great. I think I'm gonna put mine in B tier, B for Briny. So Small Town Draxville is about a vampire hunter who tracks a vampire down to a town and then unexpectedly finds that he's not fighting a vampire. He might be fighting people in the town. The idea of it, I'll tell you where the idea came from. I think I've read Small Town Draxville. You probably have. Probably have. Like I said, it isn't on the Patreon short stories. Small Town Draxville came from, I was watching a series, some content creators called RKG, And they play like Dark Souls and Resi and stuff like that. They're really fun. They're cool guys. But they were talking about Twilight. And they were talking about that scene where you listen to it. Yes, there is an audio version actually of Small Town Draxville in thingy. Black Wolf, I got lost while wandering the Infinite Library. Now you're here. Oh god, I know how harrowing that can be. Make yourself comfortable, Black Wolf. I hope you don't want walking for long. We're tier listing books that I've read. / written in this case. I also just threw my stress ball to catch it with my other hand. And now I missed. And now it's on the other side of the room. God damn. Anyway, I was saying, how could I tell if my purchase went through? You should have an email. You should have some emails. I was walking for aeons. It wasn't that bad. Oh, that sounds really difficult, though. You should have a cup of tea and chill. Does it rain in the Forbidden Library? In some places, yeah. Definitely. Anyway, yes, Twilight. We're talking about Twilight. And that thunder scene where they play baseball in the thunderstorm because it covers how, like, strong their batting is. And they were joking, like, what? It's kind of obvious that wasn't thunder. What if the whole town just kind of knows they're vampires but likes having them around because they keep away the other one? Yes, I don't expect to actually hit 10,000 books in my lifetime. I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna give it a good go. We're also stretching the term of book quite a lot. As you can see, there's a lot of SCP in this and in-game media. You're allergic to tea! Oh my god! No! I couldn't live like that. Nah, I'm kidding. Oh, thank god. To think that anyone could be allergic to tea, to think they'd miss out on the godly beverage that is tea! Oh, give me a heart attack. Did you actually read Twilight? No. No. When Twilight was coming out, I was severely in my not like other girls phase and would never touch it with a 5-foot pole. I could read it now for fun, for like a dare, just to see what I missed out on. Theoretically, I could write a fanfic where I'm inside the library, but it could be canon and Brony never managed to meet him. Yet this place is fucking huge! Apparently Black Wolf's been walking around for eons, and I haven't crossed paths with them until now, so it's massive. We have no idea. It's crazy. So that's I did that one. Wait, no, don't read it. British lady went mad when discovering man is allergic to tea. Correct. Yes, that is how it works. Right, next book, Depths of the Dungeon. That is also written by me. So that goes in a B for Brady. Depths of the Dungeon is what if the RPG dungeon is actually a dungeon and it is supposed to keep elder gods in. That's the idea of Depths of the Dungeon. Depths of the Dungeon is also in this book. Is in my 100th book. My short story book that we just live published a minute ago. So if you are interested in that, pick up the book. Shilling. This is so much of a shill stream. But it's fine. It's really cheap. It's fine. I'm barely asking any money from you. Anyway! Monkey's Paw. So this was the classic short story of the Monkey's Paw. The original Monkey's Paw short story. I even met Bryony from another universe. Whoa. Wonders of Infinity. Indubitably. There are so many. There are so many wonders. So many infinity. So that was the original Monkey's Paw story. And I remember being a little bit disappointed. So what happened in it is they made wishes that caused the son to die. And then the mum wished for the son back. But they didn't know how he was going to come back. They were like, this is unnatural, blah, blah, blah. And there was knocking at the door that the son was coming back. And the mum was like, oh, am I going to let my son in? And then we never got to see him. She just opened the door and the story stopped. And I guess it's like, leave it to the imagination, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to see the body. I wanted to see whether he was a zombie or a walking corpse. I don't know. I wanted to see it. And I never got to see it. So I do remember it though, so it doesn't get D tier, it goes into C tier. If I've completely forgotten something, then it's going into D tier. That's the main ones. Open-ended. It's supposed to be open-ended, but I didn't like that. My ma owns a cafe, so I'm familiar with coffee, tea, and drinks in general. Nice! That's very good knowledge. Very good knowledge to have. Not to be confused with Punky's Paw. Punky's More. Okay. So, Magical Girl Raising Project 14. I need to double check which one this was. Because I remember most of my Magical Girl Raising Project. I just don't remember which is which. Is that this one? That's 13. Which one's 14? This one. This one. This one. Free coffee for life. Well, I actually don't like coffee, so that's great for you. I'll sit here with my tea. Magical Girl Racing Project 14. It would be so hard. Well, what did you just see? You want to go back? You want to see 30? This one? Magical Girl Racing Project 13. I don't remember this character's name, which is really bad. My family is a bunch of coffee addicts, except for the youngest. He's fucking 3! He has yet to know the good things. Tea-flavored coffee, though. I still wouldn't like it, because I'd still taste the coffee. Like, if I could taste coffee in it, I don't really like it too much. The only time I really stomached coffee was when I ordered a hot chocolate, but they misheard. It was really busy, so they thought I ordered a mocha. So, but I didn't want to go up and correct them, so I thought those were her legs. No, definitely not. This one deserves to go down because I can't remember it, which is really sad. But yeah, Magical Girl Racing Project 14 is the one. This is the actual one I read. This character was amazing. I don't remember everything that happened, but it was great. Sound like some Magical Girl Racing Project. Introverts win the weight against the other one. Yes, exactly. That is exactly what happened. So I was just like, well, it still mostly tastes like chocolate. I guess I'll live with it. So I'm actually going to put it in C. I'm really sad because I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember a lot about it. I don't like coffee whatsoever, so I'd be disappointed in getting that instead of hot chocolate. I can't say I wasn't disappointed, but like I said, I wasn't willing to kick up a fuss. Next one is Abandoned Empress. So we got our first manhwa. So this one was really dark. The first one was really dark, bro. She's like, we got her story. She was the child of prophecy. And then when she got to a certain age, a girl got isekai'd into their world. And she was the child of prophecy now. So she got abandoned. AKA, and she was supposed to be Empress, therefore she was abandoned Empress. I haven't read that much books in my life, to be honest. The only notable one I could remember is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. That's fair. I didn't until, I started reading light novels is how I kind of got back into reading. I used to do it a lot as a kid, but I didn't read anything really during my teenage years. And then at some point I realized that some of the anime I liked came from books, so that's how I got back into reading. So if you ever want to get back into reading, try find something that's connected to something else you like. For example, on here, let me just cover this one up a minute. We have somewhere in here a BioShock book, which is very fun. It's very good. Well, gotta go now. See you later. I'll be finding you in the library. Good luck with that, Lucas. It's really big. I didn't mind. I enjoyed this first bit and the determination she had. It was good setup. So I'm gonna put it in B. But I will say that Abandoned Empress is in my dropped part series because it did start to let me down later on. I used to like coffee, but nowadays when I drink my coffee, my brain is like, Bryony doesn't like what you said, and you aren't enough for it, and it's the end of the world, and it caused a lot of discomfort. Yeah, sounds like you should avoid the coffee void. It's just... It's not being good for you. Ooh, Cursed Town! This one here. I wrote this one again, so it does go in B for Bryony. And I'm going to put Abandoned Empress up, because all these are B for Bryonies. But, so A Cursed Town was a challenge one that I wrote, a short story challenge, where I wrote a disembodied voice for a town. And basically, it was a witch who was fucking with the whole town, and they could hear the narrator. So everything I wrote, the characters could hear. And it was very, 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 very fun. This one isn't in Tales of a Trapped Writer. This one is on the Patreon, so if you did want to look into this, you would have to look at it. Wouldn't everything we say echo since we're in a library? The library's really weird. It's not all echoey. Some of them is even a forest. There's actually an auditorium at one point as well. So it's really strange in here. It's just strange. Physics doesn't work as it should sometimes in here. Really doesn't. But yeah, Cursed Town was really fun to write. I had a lot of fun with that one. Next is Exordium. Oh lordy, this bad boy was the first ever book I read on the channel. This is the first book I got permission to read all the way through. Blake R. Wolf is a Chad for giving me that permission and really starting me on my journey. I kick myself for not reading any more of this series because I'm curious about where it was going to go. So it was about a dude who really needed some money, so he went into some ancient ruins, and then he got a fox friend who could talk, and they have to go on adventures, but then he nearly got caught by some bad guys, and he has a werewolf friend now, and then after that, I don't know what happened. That was a lot of other stuff. Plot twist, the library has a specialized streaming setup. How do you think I'm streaming? If you burp loudly in the library, does it reverberate across the library? Depends where you are in the library, bro. The book's muffled noises and magic time and space distortions make it confusing. I saw a man fighting a windmill with his companion while wandering the library. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I've seen some strange shit too. So that goes into 80 because it was good and I enjoyed it, and I wish I had gotten to read more of it before because it's been a long time. I don't remember as much as I should. It's sad. Have you found Don Quixote in the library? Fictional characters don't exist in the library, just so you're aware. They would exist in their own worlds, but they would need a way to enter the library. Fictional characters don't just wander around, unfortunately. Otherwise, I probably would have ran into other people by now, even if they were fictional. Okay, next one, logical magic. Does Steve definitely doesn't. No. I've specifically asked the library guardian to keep Steves away from me because they are terrible and I don't want them around. Sorry if your name is Steve. I'm referring to an Enderman from Minecraft, just so you're aware. If you're not an Enderman and you're called Steve, that's fine. Next book, Logical Magic. I hated this one. I don't know why I managed to read the whole thing, but I hated it. This is the one exception to going into detail that I remember it. Because it wasn't for me. It's a book. It's a book that specifically was not made for me, but somehow I read it. Hero Bryony does always lucky. I learned about Don Quixote because a random message left by a player in Elden Ring. And if your name is Steve, boss is calling you an Enderman. Logical magic is an oxymoron. It is! Well, if you take them out their worlds, though, or lend a certain shapeshifters access to the library, Yeah, only if you're forcing them out of their worlds. But I don't think there are many beings out there forcing people out of their worlds that went into the library. People don't... It's not often people are in the library. It's not easy to get here. Logical magic. It was a YA. It was the most YA in all of YA Town. It was even more YA than Letters in the Attic. And it had all of the tropes, and it was kind of crap, and the it was so cheesy in the worst ways. Letters in the Attic was cheesy, but like not like this. Not like this. I don't know whether I just had a higher tolerance for Letters in the Attic because I was on stream and I tend to have a higher tolerance for things on stream. But Logical Magic, I don't know how I managed to finish it, but I did. It wasn't for me. If a young teenager actually read this, maybe they would enjoy it, but it was not for me as an adult woman. It was not. It was not. Safe Room Sentinel! You're saying there is a market in character traffic into the library. Got it. How many cheese wheels do you have sitting around asking for the memes? None of them. I wait for the cheese rolling for that kind of thing. Oh, this pizza is terrible, but I'm still gonna eat all of it. That's kind of what I ended up doing with that book. I still don't understand why I read that whole book, but I did. I don't know why. Usually I'm pretty good at dropping a book when I don't like it, but I did anyway. I'm pretty sure someone is eating books. I'm not sure, but this is the certain section of the library. I don't know if they could get away with that. I think the Library Guardian, maybe they did manage to eat some books, but now they don't exist because the Library Guardian kind of poofed them out of existence. That's potential. He gets very angry if you're not nice to the books. I mean, that's how I got this book sentence of 10,000 books. He doesn't let me out until I've done the 10,000 books unless I've worked for it a little bit. Maiden, you're munching on books! Oh god, don't let him catch you. Don't let him catch you, okay? Don't let the Library Guardian catch you munching on those books. Yeah, bye. Safe Room Sentinel, that one's by me again, so that goes in B for Brainy. That one was about one of my TTRPG characters, so there was a game called Unhallowed, which is basically about hellish London. And my character throughout the story started as a nice fleshy human, ended as an android, and basically was left to rust by the end of the game. She was the only one who survived of our team. It was a horrible last session. One by one, we all just started dying. And then it was me and my boyfriend's character at the end. For the record, we've never had any romantic stuff in our tabletops when we played together. It's weird for other people if we do that. But they died, and they were a vampire, so they had a chance of getting back up as themselves if they died. But they didn't pass it, and I had to shoot them in the head because otherwise they were going to come back as a ravenous monster, and that made me really sad. And it made my character really sad. So she went back to the church that we used as our base and just kind of sat there and rusted for eternity. Until her base got swallowed by an RPG dungeon in a different world, she became a Safe Room Sentinel! Basically, it was all about, like, converted into a Warforged, Silver Linings, yeah. It was kind of a Warforged, basically, yes. But it came with so many drawbacks as well. In the Unhallowed system, you have to pick out, what's the word? You have to pick out demerits for your character so that you can get points to do good things. But becoming an android made my demerits that I'd picked a lot worse. And one of the things I'd picked was an addiction to photography of ghosts. So I ended up dragging the party into the worst and most dangerous situations. Because I literally couldn't leave. The game wouldn't let me. It was awful. He's chill, just, I guess, unless I tried to tear a hole out of the library, denying me leaving this blooded library. Oh, Bryony, there's an SCP thing I think you'd like to look at it. It's called The Serpent's Right Hand or something. But it's a group in SCP that has a library with forbidden and unknown forms of knowledge. Oh, that's cool. That's cool you play TTRPG with your partner. My fiance and I would like... but we like different systems. And more importantly, very different kinds of play. So we can never play together. We do. We get along in our play. There's even a system called Roll for Two, which is a system basically made for just 2 players, so you can play just you and your partner, which is really nice. That was the one where I'm like, sweetie, it's just us. Can we make a gooey couple? Can we be a gooey couple in fantasy too? Highly recommend. Definitely. So, Timoon Empire, Volume 2. Now, this is, if anyone watched the anime of Timoon Empire, Timoon Empire Volume 2 was where the anime ended, basically. It was very good, very much enjoyed. I like Timoon. Timoon is highly recommended by me because it's just a great, chill book, and it just makes me laugh and happy and smile. And let me see if I can find the cover for you so you can have a quick look. Where is it? Oh, are we in 2023 now? Timoon, Doko. We're not in 2022 still, are we? I can't find Volume 2, so have Volume 1. Here's the cover of Volume 1. Look at Mia Luna Timoon and her wonderfulness. Isn't she the best? Timon and Pumbaa Empire. Tia! Moon Empire! For the Sage of the Empire. Timoon was/is a fun story. The setting got a bit stale at some points, but overall is dope. Yeah! I feel like that. I just looked closer, and 1/3 of them are SCP related. Not 1/3! We should count how many are SCP related. One second. Let's, this one. Let's get rid of that a minute. Let's have a look specifically which ones are SCP. So if we go author SCP. Only 12 of them are SCP related. 12% of my first 100 are SCP related. So it's okay. I just find it funny thinking about Elmo getting lost in the Forbidden Library for some reason. It is funny. To be fair, some of the SCP articles have multiple chapters and subsections. They do, and I had a lot of fun looking through them all. It is great. It is wonderful content. But back to the tier list. Wolf Pit! I know I have the cover for Wolf Pit. One second. Yes, we are most definitely in 2023 now. Game of Fate. Here's Wolf Pit. Da-da-da! Erin Casey! Purple Door District. Erin Casey's a sweetie. Because when I posted a review of her first book on my website, on my blog, I added her when I tweeted it, and she was like, Hey, I heard you like this ship. I wrote some short stories. They're normally for my Patreons, but I'll give it to you anyway. So she's wonderful. I love her. Are you going from 100 to 1 or 1 to 100? We're going from 1 to 100. So this would have been last year. I read this one, definitely. But this is a great urban fantasy series if you're into those. If you are into your found family, this is a great series. This is all about that found family. It's got great LGBT rep. It's got great like different culture rep. I think it's really good. I highly recommend the Purple Door District series. And for that reason is... Fuck it. S grade. It's really good. Dogstar Night. This is another one that we read in full on stream. I need to find the cover. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? La 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 la. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Come on. Boo. Where is it? Okay, well, if I can't find the actual cover, I can definitely find the thumbnail to the streams we did for the actual stream. So let me find that. Streaming story time Sunday. Dogstar Night. Dogstar Night. Here you go. That's Dogstar Night. That's Dogstar Night's cover. I heard LGBT rap. Yes, very much so. The first book, not so much, Maiden. I'll give you that. But it gets better. It gets better. So Dogstar Night was really cute. Kenneth James himself was really cute. He watched this when I read this on stream with his granddaughter. So it's one of the few streams that I did my very, very bestest not to swearing. Because I wasn't doing that to his granddaughter. He also sent me a physical copy of the book signed by the author as well. So, honestly, complete honest review of the book wasn't really for me. It's definitely more of a kid's book. However, the author was a good un, therefore at least gets into A tier, regardless, because the author made me happy. Brownie is strong, but family is stronger. Yeah. Next is soap. Soap. Where's the third one? There it is. Da 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 da. The extraordinary, the ordinary, and soap. I had a love-hate relationship with this whole series. The first book I read so fast. I was like, oh my god, they're so cute, make them kiss. And then it took a really dark turn at the end of the first one. I was like, I don't know if I want to pick up the second one. And then I did anyway because I loved 90% of the first one. And then the second one was kind of a bit of a letdown, but it had like one good thing in it, and I was like, and then I was like, there's only 3. There's only 3 of these books. So, I felt like I just needed to finish it. Hello, Noko-chan, welcome. Make them kiss. Me reading my manga with Yuri undertones. So I bit the bullet and read the third one, which was kind of boring until like the last third, and eventually got okay. I had such a mixed relationship with this. It goes into C tier. I'm just like, take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Those Who Fall is the next one. Let's find the cover for that. She Who Rises. Do I not have Those Who Fall in this one? There it is. Now, you'll notice that this is very similar to She Who Rises, but that's because it is the second book from She Who Rises. Maiden, since you're very excited for LGBT rep, there is also LGBT rep in this book. It gets more gay to the end, and they do end up reuniting at the end. And I'm hoping that the third book is very gay with the two of them. But yeah, we got some lesbians in here. It's very good. Expands really well on the second one. And they're still falling though. There's still no rising going on here. It's such a desperate situation they are in. And it does kind of keep you on the edge of your seat most of the time. Next book, when maybe they float. What is the next book? Let me have a look. We Who Live. That's what the next book is called. But that, I need to read that one. I very much need to read that one. So if you cussed like a sailor, would you read this book to wash it out? No, I wouldn't. That is not the purpose. Next book, maybe they... Oh my god, my peoples are being repped. Yeah, there's a lot of gay lesbians. The Purple Door District, the main character, is also gay. Give Bryony a balloon, she'll float. They Who Die. But it is really good. I really want to get on to the next book. I just haven't gotten bloody around to it because there's so many books to read. Ugh. So I'm going to put that in A next to She Who Rises. The next one we read on stream again. Where is it? Where is it? Cat! Catatonic Marcus Misadventures. One of the greatest reps of ADHD I've ever read. So if you want some mental health representation, it's wonderful. It's also really good because he's never looked down upon it for it. His other half, who clearly doesn't have ADHD, is really accepting of all like the projects and stuff. Maybe she gets a little annoyed at times, but like, you know, who doesn't? But it's really good. Looks like a Goosebumps cover in a good way. It does! He gets a psychic connection with his cat because he finds a magical website because his he finds a magic book in the archives of his workplace. Catastrophe, catatonic, yeah! I really want the next one. I've been keeping an eye on Jeremy's books. We read 2 of his books on stream. And this one was so good. So funny. It was really good. Yes! Great! 10 out of 10. Could not think better. Nero Tomatimata. Next one is... yeah. Hey, look! Androids! This was the next book I read. Nier Automata, short story long. So, as you might think, this might be about A2. This does have the Pearl Harbor landing, which is when A2 first landed on the planet. Looks like a video game, yes! Because it's based off a video game. It's, so Nier Automata has 2 light novels. One is short story long, one is one is long story short and short story long. I'm gonna do a silly little stream, Bryony. I'll watch the VOD. Okie dokie, have fun, maiden. Bye. Very good video game. Very, very good video game. I highly recommend if you've played the video game all the way through up to D, up to ending E, please. There was no next one after this, at least. I highly recommend giving these books a go. The first one, long story short, is going through the game, but it is so fascinating to be in 2B's head. Because obviously in the game we're not in 2B's head. And later on we find out things about 2B, about how she thinks about things. And it's very interesting. This one also has a bit more of that 2B issue as well. There's 2 short stories that start exactly the same but end very differently because they have that, hopefully doesn't spoil too much, repeating cycle issue between them. But this one is a collection of short stories that just expand the game a little bit more. Highly recommend both books if you're a fan of the game. Both very good. Highly recommend. I nearly picked up You're Her Boys recently, which was like the experimental boy team. Because they don't have any like male only teams in the team. So it was very interesting to look at the cover for that. I nearly bought it at the weekend, but I've got too many books. Too many books! What we got next? Magical Racing Project 15. 15. This one. Pretty. So pretty. It was good. It was the grand finale of 14. So it had a bit more stakes to it. But I can't say I remember that much about it again. And I hate that. It's not going all the way into D because I still know I very much enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed reading it, but good lord. Isn't this the dark one where people die? Yes. Yes. Every book in the Magical Girl Racing Project series is a death game of some description. Most of them are now two-parters rather than a singular book. Because the whole of season 1 of the anime was a singular book. So this one, most of them after that were split up into 2 parts. Just to give them a bit more space. And this was the conclusion of the one that started in 14. And it also kind of makes me mad because 14 was stupid. 14 should have been the conclusion of 13, but it wasn't. The conclusion of 13 is going to happen in 16. And I don't remember what happened in 13, so I can't. Are you ever going to read the Halo books? They are insane. I have a friend who very much likes the Halo books. I could put them on the list, but I have a lot on the list, so I can't guarantee I'll get to them, but I can't say I'm not a little bit interested in the Halo books. Though I have friends that are very interested in the Halo books and have told me a lot about them, so... Aren't all modern magical girl stories dark now? Wait, there was that parody magical girl stories. I mean, not all of them. Most of them, though. Most of them. It's like the Alice in Wonderland effect. It's got to be creepy now, right? I remember someone mumbling about it a while around. Yeah, it was, like I said, what did have an anime and it didn't get any more, which made me sad because I really liked the series. So that one goes there. Next. Do I have the cover for this? I hope I have the cover for this somewhere. Doko. Found it. BioShock! Milk Magica is great and not dark at all. Yes! Not at all! The first 2 episodes are so happy and light. I mean, obviously it couldn't get any darker, right? If I remember correctly, a magical girl got arrested in the parody story. I forget the name of it though. I don't know which one you're on about. I read the BioShock Rapture book, which was about like the founding of Rapture and went into a lot of detail about its fall, how all the major players did their part, like the rise of Atlas. It was really good. Highly recommend. If you liked BioShock 1 and 2, definitely pick it up and give it a read because it's fun. And it was really fun playing BioShock not long afterwards on the stream. Because I knew a lot more about these characters than I did before. It was really good. So I'm putting that into S because I really enjoyed that one. Yeah. Next! Is it in here? I could see myself. There it is! Da-da-da! It's Jean! It's Fate! Fate Grand Order Mortis Stella! Da-da-da-da. Oh hey, it's that story where a witch kills little small creatures for power-ups. Yes! That one! I think this was the first manga on the list. Mortstella is basically a manga telling the story of Fate Grand Order. And it's done it in a pretty good way, because obviously there's a lot to cover. There's a shit ton of dialogue in Fate Grand Order, and I think it's done really well to adapt it and give you the main parts. Also, Marie Antoinette is in it, and she's one of my favourite servants. Therefore, this at least gets an A, because it's great, and I love it. And I love Fate, and it's great. Ghost Reaper Girl! Ghost Reaper Girl! That's not Ichigo, just so you're aware. It's not Ichigo. But that may or may not have had... Well, no, I'll be honest. I didn't want to pick this up because he looked like Ichigo. It felt like I was picking up a knockoff. But my boyfriend reassured me that it was actually really good. And then I'm really glad I did pick it up in the end. Because it's basically a magical girl series. Because she transforms into the swimsuit and kicks butt. It's great. Exactly. It's totally Ichigo. It's terrible that he looks so much like Ichigo. I really want this to get an anime, but I hate how much that's gonna be what the people cling on to because he does look like Ichigo. Let's fucking face it, he looks like Ichigo. And it doesn't help that her cloak gives him like the same outline as the Bankai as well. It's awful. It's terrible. Oh, I know this one. It's from the same author who wrote Rosario Vampire. Kyle, that makes so much goddamn sense. But yeah, she transforms by having spirits possess her and get superpowers from it. It's basically a shonen magical girl series, and I freaking love it. It's so good. So good. I want an anime, and it's great. So it's going in S, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful, 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 wonderful. So that one's going in S. Next one. This one. I don't have much to say on it. So there's an app game called Sinnoh Alice. And it has concepts by Yoko Taro, which was the main reason I started it, as people may know the name Yoko Taro from Nier Automata. He's a mad lad who does mad things sometimes, so I wanted to check it out. The app game was okay. I liked Sleeping Beauty. She was cute and had an absolute mood of a motivation. So the motivation in the app game were these characters were trying to find their authors so that they could change their stories. Snow White, for instance, Sleeping Beauty, for instance, didn't want to wake up. She wanted to stay asleep the whole last time. And you know what? I get it. Mood. I hear that Rosario Vampire isn't really loved among romantic fanfics. It's not. But it makes sense. Because that other one's not romantic, but it's really good. But the art style makes sense because it is like really shonen. Void, manga's way better than anime. Shame it didn't get justly animated as written. Oh, that's sad. That's always sad when the animation's not great. So I picked up the manga for Sinnoh Alice. I thought maybe I could just get the plot via the manga, but the manga made no sense to me. And it was just really, really gory. So this one is one of the few going into D tier. Didn't really like it. Getting good night's rest is something we can relate to. Yes. I don't want to go to work though. I'm not waking up. Exactly! Just go to sleep! All I knew was a Rosario Vampire anime. Fair. The next one is Four Horsemen Avoid the Apocalypse. This is written by me again, so it goes into the B grade. This one is in my new book, Tales of a Trapped Writer. So if you'd like to pick that up, you can do so from my website and soon from Kindle. But it's about death having to deal with resurrection magic. When the world invents resurrection magic, death has a hard time getting souls to the other side. To the point that the elder gods and the people who run the afterlives are starting to get a little bit pissed because no one's coming in. Therefore, he has a problem. How is he going to deal with resurrection magic? So that's a fun one. I had a lot of fun. You guys can actually watch a video of that because I wrote that for it was for some sub-goal originally. I don't know which one though. I can't remember. But I did write it for a thing. When the world invents Brexton magic. Resurrection magic. Res magic. Next! How are we doing? We have 25 minutes and 66 books left. I knew I wouldn't get through this tier list. Not if I wanted to, actually say something about it. I could do it really fast by myself if I wanted, but... Can't do it. Oh. So next one we read on the stream again was bigger. Misperception. This one, this one was really fun because this one did one thing that no other media can do, because you didn't know what the protagonist was. You didn't know what most of the characters were in this. It was having a lot of fun at making you guess the situation. It's very obvious at the start that the character is some kind of pet. So I was thinking like a rabbit to begin with, or and then eventually we met another one of his kind. So they talked about grabbing things. So I thought a trash panda, and eventually you do find out. But it's really fun sort of going through this, especially while I was streaming it. So everyone was having a bit of a guess about what was what and who was who from this strange perspective on the world. It was really good. Like I said, a visual media couldn't really do this because they would have to like represent the characters somehow. And you would obviously be able to see what they are. But in a text-based medium, you can't. And that's kind of the power of books going on here. And that's what I really respect about this book. And it was very enjoyable. I'm going to put it in A because I don't feel like it's S tier. It doesn't feel like S tier. I doubt we can get to my book. Maybe. We'll try our best. Professor Briney, what do you have to say about this book in an academic way? It's alright. It's alright, bro. It's good. It's good. Recommended. 10 out of 10. I do recommend this one. It's only in my A tier, but that's S and A are still both pretty well recommended books. What's next? Silverthell. I will sell this to you the same way it was sold to me. Talking lions. That is it. The rest of the book is okay. I liked what they were building, but I don't know, it didn't grip me as much as I would have liked. A lot of it is a budding romance between two characters and sort of an oncoming threat. It's a lot of introduction. I feel like it would pick up in the second book, but I wasn't sold enough that I wanted to stay with it. Is unfortunate. So, yeah. Talking lions. If you want to give it a go because you want to see some talking lions, go for it. Because I did. See in your mind, see in your imagination talking lions as you read. But yeah, that goes into like C for me. It was a dropped series, unfortunately. Did not win me over so much. Okay, this one was this one. This was a short story by Kay MacLeod, the same person who did the Conquest of the Ten book that we read, because I was sick of waiting for her to write another book, so I bought her short story. It was good. She obviously has like a big world in her mind for this, but we only got a small snippet of it, and it would have been lovely to have a little bit more. It was very action-packed and fun, but it's okay. It's okay. Going in that sea, it's okay. It's fun, but it's okay. I did the same thing with George R.R. Martin. Sometimes you just need that fix from your favorite authors, but they haven't given it to you in a while, so you have to just deal with things. I'm still mad she hasn't done any more. I need more of her books, but she hasn't written any books in a while! Oh, okay, right. What's next? No! Oh, we're on to the flash fiction. So all of these are in B. These are like literal, like 3 or 4 sentence stories that I wrote. So No was about a person who has a hard time saying no. And they've decided when they wake up in the morning, they're going to say no to the first person who asks them something. Even if it's just like asking for a cup of tea or something. They're going to say no, they're going to practice saying no, and they're going to say no. Then they suddenly get isekai'd, and a small crying prince asks them to save their kingdom. And they say no, get teleported back, and assume they probably dodged a bullet. Wasn't that a Jim Carrey movie? Yes, something like that. But I was more basing it on people who are like too nervous to say no most of the time. Less of a less of a like compulsion to say no, more of a anxiety issue. Girl from the Book is another one by me. So that one's about a librarian who comes across a girl who looks like a villain from a book that he read. Next thing he knows, his soul's been sucked out of his body and he's a zombie because she is the villain from the book he read. The end. McSouls. Another one by me. That was another flash fiction. Hi, I'm here with my viewers. How you doing? Hello, Void. I'm sorry, Maiden. Hello, Maiden. How are you doing? Hello, Maiden viewers. So what are we up to? Oh yeah, I was telling about McSouls. So McSouls was a flash fiction I wrote about a demon who made a deal with someone to have their soul when they died. So they went to go collect it, only to find that they also had made a deal with a wizard. And the demon went to make a contract for the wizard and spent hundreds of years writing this very beautiful contract because demons are silly and don't keep track of time. So when she went to go give the contract to the wizard had taken the soul, managed to reproduce the soul, and opened a chain of souls called McSouls and was selling cheap souls for cheap prices, and demons were loving it. And that was McSouls. Next! Abandoned Empress 2. Boyd, are you thinking about me or something? I don't know. I just kind of came out, I guess. Is that Abandoned Empress 2? Yes, it is! So I was getting interested in Abandoned Empress, so I picked up the second volume. I still liked it at this point. I still liked what she was trying to do and her struggle. Mr. Greenhead obviously gave us some... What, Sam? What did I do? I don't know. Which sound? Oh no, McSouls. Sorry, I completely freaking... Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, you can find those short ones on TikTok. I might be able to find the video, actually. We might be able to play it now. 1 second. Maybe. God knows where it actually is. EC video. Be in here somewhere. Muck. Soul. No. Humma. I did play them ages ago on stream, but who the fuck knows where I saved them? Smart. I have a great... As any of you who have watched me play Minecraft know, I have such a great filing system. And this is obviously the same for my streaming stuff, obviously. Here. Sorry, I will find it. I promise. 1 second. No, I probably won't find it. I'm not gonna lie, but I really want to find it now. No, I'm thinking about it. What's in this folder? Not what I want. No, I can't find it. Shame! Oh well. Abandoned Embers 2. So I did enjoy it. I'm still enjoying it at this point. I don't remember completely what happened though, so it's going down to C tier just because I don't freaking remember what happened in Volume 2, which is another reason I think I started dropping it. Next! Black Butler! Black Butler 31. I am actually up to date with Black Butler at the moment. It's very hard. I couldn't tell you what was going on because I didn't want to spoil anything. But we are getting a lot of backstories for all the servants at the moment, which is really cool. They have some good backstories. This one had the backstory of Mayrin, the klutzy one with glasses. That was nice. But it was very good. If you enjoy Black Butler, I highly recommend picking up the manga. Because obviously the TV series is a mess, and I wouldn't be able to tell you where to read and what to watch in order to get the actual canon story, because the first and second seasons are really, really messy and have bits of the canon, but don't have bits of the canon, and it's so annoying. It has bits of filler, and there's also bits of filler, and this doesn't happen, and this does happen, and it's so annoying. I can't imagine what your file system looks like. Don't try. It's terrible. It's awful. Don't even try. So Black Butler goes in S tier because I love it. Because it's great. Ooh, Gilded King. 1 second. Let's find that. Where are you? This one. So we had like a dual narrative going on with this one. You had the people who lived in the blue, which were basically people who kind of lived under vampires. And the vampires kept them as fodder because outside of the blue, there had been this infection, this like zombie infection. But most people have been vaccinated by it. But if a vampire drank the blood of someone who was vaccinated, they lost all their powers and became mortal. So the vampires of the blue are trying to keep their like unvaccinated stock as much as possible. You should watch the Umineko anime after the visual novel. Yeah, maybe in 5 years. So this was really good. We followed the story of like a girl who was trying to live her life in the blue and a vampire who's gone out into the red. And you find out a lot about both. It's very cool. I want to read more. 5 is generous. You're not wrong. I want to get through Higurashi faster. But then we get scenes like last time and it really puts me off. And I forget how much bloody fluff there is of Higurashi as well. It's annoying. It is a very good book. I do highly recommend it. I haven't read any more, but this is one of those series that I'm kind of mad at myself that I haven't gotten around to the second book yet. So this one's at the very least going in A tier. It was very good. Also a little gay as well. This one is man gay though, not lesbian gay, just so you're aware. Next! Next, where is the cover of this book? There it is. Hey look, pretty white-haired person. That's why I picked this up. It's Prince Freya! It's about a girl who has to pretend to be a prince. And I did enjoy it, reading it. But then I kind of like, you know how you enjoy something and then you think about it for 2 seconds and you're like, oh, maybe that wasn't that good actually. I enjoyed it. There was a death. There was an unexpected death in it, which was great because I like it when a book can catch me off guard a little bit. But I didn't like how crybaby the girl is at times and then how confident she is in other times. It's very strange and very, very ups and downy. I did end up dropping the series. I've seen the second books, but I haven't picked it up. So this is going down to D. Unfortunately, it got dropped straight away, so D it is. Can enjoy stuff that's not great, like fast food. Yeah, but this one didn't even really bring me back for that. Next is the Purple Door District short stories. I only remember the one short story that was of my ship. She gave me 3 short stories about this series, but I only remember the one about my ship. So, that goes into C, because I don't remember the other short stories, which is annoying. I like it, but it's annoying. Oh, and here we are. Here we are to the Library of Ruiner books. So, Books of the Rat. I don't remember what specifically was in most of the Library of Ruiner books. I put them on here, but I don't remember it. Imagine fancy food. Fancy but fast food. So, Book of the Rats, I'm going to put them quite high because they were the first ones to introduce you into the world. I'm going to put them into C because I don't remember them specifically, but I know they all did a good job at what they did. They all told me something about the world. So, all the Library of Ruiner ones are going to C just cuz. Just cuz. They don't deserve to go any lower down, but I don't remember them specifically. Next is another Fate book that I don't know if I have the image for. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, I do! It's here, it's here. Found it. There she is! There's Jolta! Heck yeah. I'm gonna head to bed now. Have a nice stream. Thanks for the fun time. See you around. Bye, Red Candy Guy! I probably won't be going for too much longer, so no worries. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it. So Fate Grand Order Mortistella! So again, this one follows the main story of the app game Fate Grand Order and does a pretty good job at it. I feel like I should put it further down than the first one because this is the one where Marie Antoinette makes her exit. But it also has her in general, so you know, A tier for Marie Antoinette. Next! Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Let me get it. I definitely have the cover for this one. Hey, look, magical girls! Yeah! Sleepless Domain, bro. Sleepless Domain is so good. You can actually read it all for free online from the author's website. It's a web comic. I could not believe had a physical edition. I was just like, yes, give it to me right now. It's so good. It's so good. Go read it. I'm going to give you guys a link right now because Sleepless Domain comic. And here it is. Let's go back to the start. But like, it has a different art style for the first few chapters. But you have to forgive it. It's really good. It's really good. I love it. Here you go. Here you go, guys. Have it. It's good. It's good. Eat good with magical girl things. Go. There you go. Anyway, back to the books. So that's S tier for me. Full stop. Good stuff. Book of the Hook Office. Like I said, I'm gonna throw them into C. Where did that go? That did not go where I wanted it to go. Book of the Hook. No, it's not S tier. It goes into C tier. One for the road. This is another one that I read on stream. I know a few of you jumped into the channel at this point. This was really cool. It was about a guy. Bookmarked. Yeah. It was about a guy who died, and he finds a weird bar, and then the bar starts expanding, and more people start coming, and it's basically like the path to the afterlife, but for some reason he was there early, and for some reason no one's there to bring him to the next life, so he has to figure out who he is, and well, he knows who he is. He has to figure out why he's there and how he's going to get to the next part of his life. It's really good. I recently actually gifted it to a friend. I bought the physical copy and gave it to them for their birthday. So I think that's an S tier. It's really good. And it was a really nice ending. I really liked it. So, like, Scandal in Bohemia! Do you know what this one goes to? Yeah, boy! Scandal in Bohemia is S tier. Do you know why? Because it had my name in it! Because Irene Adler lives on Briny Lane, and that is why it's S tier. So, Scandal in Bohemia was one of the Sherlock short stories we read. And again, it had my name in it, therefore S tier, right? That's how it works. It's my tier list and I get to decide these things. Aeon Info from Honkai Star Rail, S tier. It's very good. I remember most of it, and it has helped me. I detect no bias at all, and it's really helped me going forward in the thing. And I remember A tier. I don't remember all of it because there's a lot of Aeons, and I can't keep track of them all. Streetlight Office, down to C. Aeon Factions. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna meet a masked fool and be sad. S tier because it rickrolled me. Aeon Factions. Aliens Area. So I read a little bit of this as I was attempting to make a new series where I random rolled a manga from the Shonen Jump library and did like a blind date thing. It never worked out, but I did read something called Aliens Area, and that was okay. I think it got cancelled, which is a bit sad. But, it was a fun sci-fi manga. But it does get a C tier because it wasn't that good. Book of Stray Dogs, Book of Molar Office, Book of Carnival. Oh well, Void, we're here. The Dweller, the Witch, and the Moon Girl did make me very happy to read. It was cringe, it was silly, but it was a giggle. I had a lot of fun. So it gets B tier. B tier. Other urban legends, going to C tier. Hilly Churl Cultural Customs. This one actually goes A, because Hilly Churl Cultural Customs in Genshin Impact is one of the biggest lore drops from the start of the game. It's a game that's been in there since 1.0. It's a book that's been in since 1.0, but it's kind of the biggest hint you have of Hilly Churls being something other than just these monsters you always see. And I think that's really cool. I like that. It was a really good hint to future stuff. Book of Hilly Churl Ballad Selection D. Fuck it. I had to say some weird words while reading that and I didn't like it. Book of Gaze. Now I'm gonna have to look up what some of these SCPs were, just because I can't remember. So I'm pretty sure 426 was the toaster. But I'm gonna look it up. SCP-426. Alright, let's have a look. Yes, that was the toaster. So the toaster was amazing. The toaster is, beer tier. The toast, you still haven't read the second part of it though. I know. The toaster was really good. The toaster, when I have conversations about SCP, is the one that I feel comes up the most. It's the one that people talk about the most, so I think it's kind of iconic, which is why I think it should go in S tier. So 5959. I believe 5959 was a one that... Yes, it was a space one. And it was really cool. It was about this little space rover that accidentally jailbreaked something, and we don't know what it was. Doesn't have the literal thousands of SCP numbers memorized. I know, right? What kind of scrub am I? It was cool. It wasn't that cool. It goes B tier. Love pretending Briny was telling me how to use SCP-426. Boyd, please throw me in the ocean. I am an omnibulous toaster. Don't put a fork in me. Yeah. Oh god, no. I don't need to look up SCP-420. I remember the trauma already. That was awful. That was about like a strange liquid in a whiskey bottle that slowly took over your body, but you were like conscious the whole time. Severely disliked that, but I do remember it, so it has to have been written okay, so, at least B tier. SCP-420J was the, obviously magical weed, so I remember that, so that goes at least in B. Briny has never been so afraid of an SCP. 420J, funny joke, 420 scary bottle. I know! They just, like, did something not really scary for the normal 420, so in case you decided to look for it, it's awful. SCP-2085. I think this was the cat girls. 2085. The disappointing cat girls. Yes, it was. Okay, so this SCP was some cat girls and a dude being like some rebel fighters or some shit, and it was just really disappointing because I wanted to know about the cat girls. But the SCP thing was more about the dude. I don't care about some dude, I wanted to know about the cat girls. So... C tier. Nah, D tier. D tier. D tier for not having enough cat girls. Legend of Vanessa? Kind of naff, not gonna lie. I liked because we had a manga of it, when I actually read The Legend of Vanessa in Genshin, it didn't translate as well. I didn't like it that much. It didn't look good. Bokakura Kuma Clan. Ghost Reaper Girl 2. I should have the cover for this one again. Well, maybe I don't. Maybe. Oh, here it is! Oh, it's really big. Shit. 1 second. She gets a cat girl magical form! Yay! Ghost Reaper Girl 2 continued very strong. Power Ranger Cat Girls? No, it wasn't a Power Ranger Cat Girl. It was a dude and some cat girls who were like a rebel force, but it was mostly about the dude and that was just disappointing. Speaking of cat girls and a cat boy, Ghost Reaper Girl 2 just carried on the wonderfulness that it was. In fact, I'd say it got better because we got introduced to Shoggoth and she's wonderful. I love Shoggy, so let's put it in S tier. She is my knight. Yes. Yes. So, you know, Ichigo dyed his hair. That's not Ichigo. That's a different character. So, in other wonderful news, if you like shoujo tropes but would like the genders to be reversed, then you should read She Is My Knight. Where you have shoujo tropes, but the genders are reversed, and it is great. And I love it so much. I want them to kiss so bad, but they never will, because he's such a Sun, and she's such a wonderful person, but also really dense, and but I love it. It made me smile, and it was great, so it does go in S tier. I nearly bought the second one recently, but again, I was just like, no, save money. Final Fantasy XIV. Who plays the critically acclaimed MMO Final Fantasy XIV? And where is it? Oh no, please say I have a picture of this one. Give me a picture. Come on. I can't not have a picture of this one. It's very important. No. Past me. Oh, I found the Tear Moon Empire cover that I forgot about. I didn't just leave it in my downloads, did I? Highly probable that I just left it in my downloads while sorting it and putting it anywhere. Because I'm really good like that sometimes. If not, I'm gonna go find it. 1 second. Have you ever gone into radio plays? I have not. I've gotten into like narrative podcasts sometimes, like Magnus Archives. That is probably the closest I've got to that kind of thing. Let me just get it from somewhere because I really want to show you this one. La 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 la.
La 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 la. Shouldn't be that far down. Let's go. Trying to find the image. Oh, there it is. Sticking in my downloads. Totally not the issue I've had before. That it already exists in my downloads. I just forgot about it. Yes, replace. Shush. I know my things. I know my things. 12 seconds. Things back where they're supposed to go. La 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 la. Okay. Here it is. Final Fantasy 14 Aeolian Academy. Do not read this unless you have. Oh, Radio Play. Yeah, War of the Worlds. That's a good point. I've definitely listened to War of the Worlds. Apparently, I used to give my granddad nightmares, which is really weird for me to think about because obviously he was my granddad and I'd never seen him like scared in my life. So the idea of something giving my granddad nightmares was really confusing to me. Apparently, my granddad scared easily, which is weird. Like I said, for me, because I never saw him like that ever. But yeah, Final Fantasy Aeolian Academy. Do not read this unless you have completed Endwalker. If you have completed Endwalker, enjoy. It's great. It's wonderful. There's gay. It's great. There's not gay. They're not gay, but they are gay. They're totally gay. If you've completed the Eden raids, you know who I'm talking about. Esther, it was great. I enjoyed it. Wonderful. If you have, like I said, complete Endwalker and complete the Eden raids, and you're good. You can read this with full context. If you don't, at least complete Shadowbringers. Then you'll ruin things for yourself, and don't do that because Final Fantasy is good, and you shouldn't ruin it for yourself. Oh, nearly there. 24 left to go. I could keep going for a little while. This is fine. Where's the next one? Why is it not here? I've been really bad at because we're into this year of books now. But apparently I've been shit at keeping track. Or at least putting the covers of my books in the right folders this year. This year in particular, I've dropped the ball. And I can't find it again. So, it's gotta be somewhere in here. Because I had to make the thumbnail. So it has to be somewhere in here. And I don't know where it is. Don't pass out, Brian. You ain't gonna pass out. I'm good. I'm good. Don't you worry. Bad thing. Cause I'm gonna lose all of my cover pics. I can't keep track of anything. Cause I'm really bad at organization. Oh, I know where they might be. One second. It might be in here. Yes! I found it! Madoka Magica Orica Magica! This one was quite fun. The first half or so is like an alternative timeline that Homura may have gone through. Congrats to the first one, and thank you! Dula had no body! Wait, you're just... Wait. Dula had no body. Wait. You're just a head. Are you a head looking for your body? Or are you nothingness because Dullahan might not have a head? I need to know. These are important questions. Mr. Dullahan, sir. Mrs. Dullahan, man. Whichever you prefer. Yeah. So half of this is like an alternative timeline. Oriko is a magical girl who can see the future. You're a head! Yes! Wonderful! And she can see, like, Walpurgis Nacht and all the stuff that's going to happen. And she's like, well, if I just kill Madoka, it'll be fine. But you know who stands in the way of her and Madoka? Homura. So she's got her work cut out for her. So the first part is her trying to kill Madoka, and then the second part is almost like an alternative version of that. It's really confusing. But I like it. It was fun. I'm looking for my body, which is periodically lost everywhere. That sounds like a hard thing. Do you have a
little robot to move around in before, or do you like roll around while you're trying to find your body? It must be hard to look if you're rolling, because you're just seeing ground, floor, ground, floor, ground, floor, ground, floor. There's no way to get ahead in life. Indeed, Jake, indeed. Oriko goes into B tier. It was cool. It was a fun little side thing on Madoka, but not that great. Musicians of Bremen. I feel like they did some really important stuff, but I don't remember it specifically. Gently Raised Beast. Let's find that. Have I got the cover? Note to me, organize my shit, because I don't have it in the folder it's supposed to be in. No, I think I know where it is. I found it! Gently Raised Beast. Yeah, okay, I know. I started a different filing system at this point. That's why I'm struggling to find them. So Gently Raised Beast, she was a pauper. She tried to sell her mother's ring, only to find it was a royal ring, and she's actually a princess, but she's a poor princess with commoner blood, so they all hate her. And then she finds this cat, who's actually a boy, and they become friends, and maybe more later on in life. But I wouldn't know, because I've dropped this is the series. This one was great. I really enjoyed this one. There was a interesting bit of lore coming in. So I'm gonna put the first one at A tier. It was good. Homer Akemi is the main character. She is. It might have Madoka's name on the cover, but it's definitely Homer's story, technically. Oh, this one I definitely need the cover for. But I don't think I'm gonna have it. This one probably won't be in the new filing system either, which is very annoying. That's annoying. I don't want to go hunt for it either. I'm running out of steam. How many have we got left? 21. I'm gonna blast through it. I'm gonna blast through it so goddamn fast. I am gonna go so fast now. You won't be able to keep up. So Sonic City Witches was a comic book that I got sponsored to review. That was about witches in a sci-fi world. The sci-fi world has somewhat left witches behind. They wanted revenge, so they did a big spell to turn anything metal into trees, and it was terrible. So Sonic City Witches was an A, because I got really excited and wanted to read the next issue, so it was a success. Cat Gamer, a office worker adopts a cat. She's also a gamer. She has no idea how to look after a cat, so she starts thinking about looking after a cat in gaming terms. Very funny, very entertaining. However, you need to read it little and often, because if you read it all at one point, the magic goes away, which is such a shame, because I did enjoy it, but it is in fact C tier. Abandoned Empress 3. Abandoned Empress did start kind of losing me a little bit at this point. However, they did introduce a protagonist, a love interest with red hair and blue eyes, and I just really like that combination. I think it's really cute. I think it stands out quite a lot. So that's why I really like that one anyway, and I didn't quite drop the series at this point, even though I feel like I should have, because I didn't really like 4, but that goes down to like C tier. Colosseum we read on stream. It was about a virtual fighting thing, and there was a great red hair, blue eyes has got contrast. I know, I love it. They're so pretty. There was a great The Spiral into Darkness that was so goddamn cheesy. It was very entertaining. I can't say I would want to pick up the second book, but I had a good time. So B. Abandoned Empress 4, you lost me. You lost me at that point. I've dropped it from that point. Ghost Reaper Girl Volume 3, fucking amazing. I was so hype after reading that book, and I'm really sad that there isn't a 4th one at the moment, and I want it so bad, and it was so great, and it should exist, and I hate that it doesn't. Letters in the Attic, we also read on stream. That was very fun, had a lot of fun. It was very teenage YA. I don't think it's something I would normally pick up to read on my own, but it was great for stream, so I did enjoy it, so that goes into B tier. A Spell of Scarlet, which was it was a Sherlock short story that I don't fucking remember. No, it wasn't. Ah, that's completely wrong. I'm getting mixed up with a different Sherlock story. A Spell of Scarlet was actually from Sonia Leong. It is a light novel and a sequel to A Brush with Magic. Sonia Leong is one of the reasons that this whole channel exists, and her books are absolutely covered with pretty stuff, but I do have a few issues with A Spell of Scarlet, so it doesn't quite reach S tier for me. Gently Raised Beast, unfortunately, its second volume goes down to D tier, really, because I did drop it at that point. Because of some really stupid romance misunderstandings that were just fucking stupid, and I hated them. And they just made me frustrated more than I wanted to have them dealt with. It was silly. Princess of Prophecy! I got sponsored to read this not too long ago. It was really good. I believe Normal Size Phantom gave the best description of it being Monty Python presents Konosuba, which I used specifically for my review video because it was the best description of the book. Later on in the book, it did really well. Each character got their own big moment, and it was really fun. You felt really hyped for them. You were cheering them on by the end. The only downside was the politics and stuff. I thought you said your first sponsor stream was recently. No, my first sponsor... when was my first sponsor stream? I don't know. My first sponsor stream was recently. Princess of Prophecy was recent. That was a couple of weeks ago. I only streamed Princess of Prophecy a couple of weeks ago. But it was really good. I highly enjoyed it. A tier. A Case of Identity. I don't even remember what that was. That was a Sherlock story, but I don't remember what happened in it. Therefore, D tier. Black Butler 23. This one had the backstory of Baldo the cook. It was really interesting to see the representation of American history in it. And I think they handled it really well, because obviously colonization is a bad thing, but Baldo is a white American, so he is on the bad side of history there. And I think the way, especially coming from a Japanese lady writing it, I think it was handled really well. So, S2! The Invisible Man is soon to be wife. The fucking cutest thing you've ever read. Ugh! Beautiful, 10 out of 10, S tier. I will actually tell you a bit more. Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife is about an invisible man who runs a don't even know near a book of flowers in the attic, you know already. It's about the invisible man who runs a detective agency, and one of the people who works there is a blind lady. And they just have the cutest relationship. No one can see him, but she can't see anyone, so it's fine. It's adorable. The Red-Haired League, which was another Sherlock book. I do remember it. I like how it ended. It was quite cool. So, oh, no, didn't mean to do that. B tier. Bow Fury! Bow Fury is an instant S tier. I love that series. It just makes me happy. This girl just skips along, having a good time, and breaks the game. And stresses out everyone. Every developer in the land. What is SCP? I pressed 9 again! God damn it! The 941. Oh well. SCP-941 was a big machine that was really good because you just put something in, you pick a setting, and it all went really weird. And it was fun, just seeing the different results for different things. Very, very fun. Great recommendation. SCP... I need to remember not to use my numpad when I'm streaming, because I use that as like quick, because when I was coughing and stuff like that, it was very easy to turn off my mic with it. But I keep forgetting that I'm turning off my mic with it all the time. 4, 7. See, Brian, I'm very fine now. No. So 447, 447 was the keep away from dead bodies slime, which was kind of entertaining. Not too amazing though, so that's gonna go into C tier. Then we have 458, which I feel like is the magical pills. No, not 468, 458. No, this is the best SCP. This is the SCP I want in my life. This is the Magical Pizza Box SCP, where you have the pizza box, you open the pizza box, and the pizza you want is inside. The best pizza that you could want for that time in your life is there. It can do any kind of pizza. It makes pizza out of nowhere. Who doesn't want pizza? S-tier pizza. 500. Who doesn't love pizza? Pizza's the best. Also, instant access to every pizza. Holy cow, I want the pizza. Exactly! Exactly! Who doesn't want the magical pizza box? SCP-500? Okay, so that's the magical things. That was a B2. It was interesting to read, but not that great. 3939, and I'm not gonna... Oh, I can do it twice, actually. And we should be okay. I'm not muted. We're not muted. Wonderful. The pizza that you want at the time, briny flavored pizza. It wouldn't do anything that wasn't edible by people. And weird shit, if I remember correctly. 39. Oh yeah, these were like predators, like some weird animal things, which are kind of cool to read about, but kind of not great by SCP standards. And Tales of a Trapped Writer. Oh, I heard that book's amazing. I heard you should go buy that book on my website or eventually on Kindle. I'm gonna have a search on Kindle. Am I on there yet? I'm available on the Kindle store, everyone. Let's go. Amazon. You can go in. You can search. Bryony. Rose. Smith. Oh, look. Oh, I wrote that. I wrote that. Oh, that's a really old version. Why is that still on there? But anyway, you can go into here. And it should be here, but I don't think it is. No, it's not yet. It lied to me. I had an email already. It said I was live. It lied to me, but... So when do I get my copy for free? 1 day or 1 week. So after the stream, I will post on Patreon and in the community tab a coupon code for you to pick up your free copy from my website. So any members, any Patreons, keep your eyes peeled on the community tab. You will get your copy there. The only ones who won't will be the interested, the good, every little helps tier on Patreon. Even if you are just emojis, please, you will also get the book. So don't worry about that. Very generous. Well, it's only 99p, and you guys already pay more than that anyway, so you guys can get it for free. I bought your book on Kindle. I love Kindle. Oh, thank you very much, Naka-chan. I appreciate it. Thank you. So yes, just keep an eye on Patreon or the community tab after the stream, depending on where you are. If not, keep your eye on Kindle or my website to buy a copy for yourselves. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Thank you so much. Moon 6 though, we're getting there. We're getting there, Void. I didn't have time for it yet. We're getting there. Gotta be patient. I'm hoping to get it out by the end of the year. I don't know when that is though. But that is all I have for you for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming! If you have not already, I would highly appreciate it if you would, on YouTube, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel! We're getting close to 4.9k. I would like to get there. It would be lovely if you were to get me there. That'd be great. And if you are on Twitch, if you could press that follow button, We have gone way past 50 subs now, which is wonderful. So hopefully those average views can go up. Is there somewhere I can find this list? Yes, I will post this tier list in the Discord. So if you want to go into words. If you want to go down to the description, there is a link to the Discord in there. Hop into the Discord and I will make sure to post this list before I go to bed. Why is the goal 70 now? I don't know. Twitch just did that without my permission and I kind of just didn't change it. I don't have a particular thing. Twitch just did it. I don't know. Yes. But other than that, that's all I have for you today. If you aren't already, then you can become a member or you can join the Patreon to get a free copy of Tales from a Trapped Writer. So that's 5 short stories and some lore in there. If you just would like to throw some money my way, I have a Kofi. In the Kofi, there are versions of some of the stories from Tales of a Trapped Writer. If you go into the shop, there is versions of me speaking it. So you can have like tiny audiobooks of it. If you would like some merchandise along with Tales of the Trapped Writer on my website, there is merch of you can get my books, my other books that I've written. You can get first edition copies of the books I've written, and they are the only place in the world you can get first edition copies because they do not exist anywhere else. There is... I don't have my list up and I'm trying to remember. There's bookmarks, keyrings, a notebook with my face on it, a pillow with my face on it, and emote stickers. So if you're there for a book, you may as well, grab more things. I don't know, it'll be fun. You get stuff. It'll be great. I will be back, unless someone is illegally selling Mungo books though. It happens. There are a lot of pirating sites for books, so probably somewhere someone is. Other than that, that is all I have for you. I will be back tomorrow with some Minecraft! We're going to continue building rails, which I know is not the best content, but I'm actually having a lot of fun. I'll see you then. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you everyone who lurked. And thank you to anyone who watches the VOD. I really appreciate your support, no matter how you're supporting. I'll see you tomorrow. I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Brand New Rose Smith, live from the Red Library. Good